Hello, my name is Dimitri Sarle. I'm from Arctic Startup and also RNDFund.com, which is basically a fake venture capital fund that we launched for the 1st of April. What we wanted to do is give 10,000 euros to basically 100 startups. The problem is everybody bought in on it. Everybody thought it was a real fund. Even the top VCs that we know messaged us and said, good job. And then we realized that perhaps there's a problem. Perhaps people need to know more about fundraising and why an investment fund like that should not exist. Or maybe it should. But what we want to tell you more about is how to manage investments, how to raise funding, and give you a lot of startup advice in this series of videos. So, to begin with, we don't want to give you advice that you can find easily on Google by asking it, how do I raise fundraising for my startup? You know, the likes such as, get warm introductions to investors that you don't know, be selective about investors that you want to invest into your company, or to squeeze all the meetings into as short a time or space as possible. What we want to tell you about is something we experience personally, something that we see happening all the time to startups. The fact that fundraising not only takes time, but can kill your company. This is something I've seen a lot of startups do and a lot of startups fail at and die because of it. The main reason that happens is because startup entrepreneurs and founders underestimate how much time and effort it takes to raise money. In fact, it takes between 1 month and 9 months of work to raise a funding round. And it's not just, one email a week to get to know some investors or a couple of events. It's actually a hardcore full-time job. You need to have between 100 and maybe 300 emails. You need to have between 20 and 50 meetings. You need to talk to every investor all the time, update them on any progress that's happening, if you got a lead investor, if somebody decided to join or drop out of your funding round, if you met some new people, if you changed your strategy, if you hired somebody. That's a lot of work, a lot of communication, and it's actually a full-time job. And if you're doing that full-time job, guess what job you're not doing? You're not running your company. That means you're not meeting clients. You're not meeting CEOs of other companies. That means your team doesn't know what you're doing. It's missing you. It's not talking to you. People are leaving your company. Morale drops. I've seen it personally in my company. And that can happen to you. And as a result, you might not get the money or company. And that's where we want to help. I want to offer you some advice that I think worked for me and might work for you. And there's 3 simple things you can do. First of all, delegate. Make sure your team knows that you'll be fundraising and drop all other tasks and make sure somebody is handling all parts of the company. 2, make sure that you plan your time. For instance, you can either go completely full-time or dedicate a specific portion of the week. For example, you can say 2 days a week I'm fundraising and 3 days a week I'm not and running my company. Finally, I would recommend assigning a COO role to somebody in your team who would be the leading person in the company while you're busy fundraising. You don't have to call them CEO because all the investors actually want to speak to the CEO or the founder. But make a person who is responsible for everything you're not doing while you are fundraising. With those 3 simple things, you can make sure that your company can survive while you're fundraising. There are many other things that you can do, and I'm happy to talk to you about them if you message us or comment on Facebook or wherever you're watching this video. But more importantly, we want to help you. We want to do more videos like that, and we want to see how we can change the community and work together as a team. That's why I want you guys to send us more videos and more questions about how can we help you? What do you want us to advise you on? Is it funding, hiring, firing? What is it that you want me to help you with? So just send us a message, email us, comment on the video in YouTube or Facebook or any other medium, and we'll try to feature your company and go over your problems and see how can we help you and anybody in your situation. Hope you like this video. Please let us know what you think. Come to our events, and thank you very much. Ta-ta.